What's going on, guys? Blake Hawthorn, it's his turf, and I finally decided to pick up a Power Buggy, check it out, and see what it would do. Alright guys, so this week's piece of equipment is an AT16 Power Buggy by Allen Engineering. For the first time, we picked up one of these, we tried it out on one of our jobs. I was actually pretty impressed with it. So you guys know that typically we actually use a concrete pump when we're doing any of our pours. But when I was in Virginia, I had the opportunity to see one of these Power Buggies in action and just kind of see how much material it could move, and I was really impressed with it. So when I wasn't able to get a concrete pump for this pour, I decided, hey, let's go ahead, let's go rent us a concrete buggy, make sure it's a track buggy. Let's just see how it does for ourselves. We were able to move a ton of concrete down the hill for this project. Unfortunately, this project didn't go as planned. You'll be able to see that in another video. We were able to move a great deal of concrete, probably about 1/3 of a yard at a time down there and work it. And so this is substantial considering that usually we can probably only move about 1/5 or 1/6 of a yard of concrete with our dingo. The thing about moving concrete is a liquid, and so when you're going up and downhill, you've got to take that into consideration so the concrete doesn't splash out of the bucket. The great thing about these concrete buggies is that they actually have a very deep bucket and the front lip is very high, so even if you start to go downhill, it gives it plenty of room for it to be able to move within the bucket as you're going up and downhill. But guys, as I was using this piece of equipment, I started thinking about, well, how is it relevant to you guys? How can you use this in day-to-day applications? And so I started thinking, well, how much mulch can I move with it? How much gravel can I move with it? How much dirt can I move with it? And so we brought it back to the shop this morning. We decided to go ahead and do a test. We wanted to set up our dingo, which is our ideal piece of equipment on our smaller landscapes, and we wanted to put it side by side to this buggy. We went ahead and we loaded up some river gravel starting out. I figured dirt and gravel are going to be about the same. The gravel is probably going to roll a little bit more, and so we went ahead and we were moving the gravel over into the bucket to just see how many buckets it would hold compared to our ditch witch. We're actually able to hold 5 times more than what our ditch witch is. I actually drove it up a hill, kind of checking it on some rough terrain, see how it would handle, and then brought it back up, dumped it, no problem at all. The next thing I wanted to check out was the mulch. So mulch, we can typically, really mound up our buckets, kind of pat it, pack it in, and be able to move it. I wanted to see how much mulch we could move. We were able to move 3 times the amount of mulch using this buggy than we are with our ditch witch. Now, the great thing about using one of these machines is it's not only going to speed things up because you don't have to worry about your guy wearing out running wheelbarrows, but also you have to think about the amount of material that you're able to move. Both the footprint of our ditch witch SK752 and this AT16 buggy by Allen Engineering. So they're very similar in track width and in the length of the machine. So maneuverability and tight spaces is definitely a plus on smaller landscape jobs. And so guys, I wanted you to see the benefits of getting a buggy like this. So I think it wouldn't make sense to go do like 1 or 2 jobs with it, but if you're able to stack up several jobs either in the same day or in the same week, and to get it on a rental, it could definitely come in handy. Just in yesterday's project alone, what would have taken me probably more like 8 or 9 trips up and down the hill, we were able to mount onto that buggy, move it all up into the trailer in 1 load. That is significant in saving the sod because that damage that we would do to the sod by that many tracks up and down the hill would be detrimental to the sod, and I would probably end up having to replace it. All right guys, so all buggies are not the same. They're definitely different sizes, so make sure that the one you pick is ideal for your application and the job that you're doing. Before you bid your next job, definitely take one of these into consideration. Do some price shopping. I know the industry standard is probably between $150 to $250 per day on this rental. We found some places on Swap Shop where other concrete companies were actually leasing these machines out for like $150 a day. And also I've talked to other guys that are paying anywhere from $160 to $175 per day. All right guys, all in all, I was super happy with this unit. I'll definitely be renting one of these again. I hope that you found today's video helpful. Please leave a comment down below. Let me know what piece of equipment you would like to see us do, maybe a rental or a review, or if it's a piece of equipment that I own. Just leave a comment down below. Let me know what you would like to see, and we'll be sure to shoot a video on it. This rental was definitely a success. We will be renting one again in the future when the project comes and the time is right. But guys, just thank you so much for taking the time watching this video. Please leave a comment down below. Let me know what piece of equipment you'd like to see, what your thoughts were on today's video. If there's anything, any other application that you've used, one of these pieces of equipment for, I would definitely like to know. So guys, thank you so much. God bless, and we'll see you on the next one.